Traffic in Bengaluru has always been a problem. It takes hours to travel from one place to another, even if they are close to each other. In fact, the average speed of a vehicle in Bengaluru is just 18.7 kmph, which is one of the slowest amongst all metropolitan cities in the country. This speed falls to below 10 kmph on some stretches of the outer ring road. But this traffic crosses all limits when one needs to travel to the airport. Bangalore Airport handled 16.2 million passengers in financial year 2021-22. In spite of that, there are very few commute options available to travel to the airport. There are taxis, buses, and the suburban trains which have received poor ridership. But what if we get a metro to the airport? We will reach the airport in lesser time, by paying lesser money, and in an eco-friendly way. This is not a dream anymore. In a few years, we will get a metro to the airport. In this video, let us talk about the Bangalore Airport Metro, or the Blue Line. The Blue Line was actually a part of Phase 3, but it was fast-tracked and prioritized under Phase 2. In fact, in as early as February 2012 itself, the central government had requested BMRCL to start work on the airport metro line. Now, talking about the central Silport KR Puram section, it had been included in Phase 2A due to the opening of a large number of offices on the stretch, which leads to extra traffic. So, Karnataka CM Siddharamaiah had announced this line as Phase 2A in September 2016, and this was estimated to cost around Rs 4,202 crores. Now, to connect the Kempegowda International Airport to the city, there had initially been a proposal to build a 33-kilometer line from MG Road to Kempegowda International Airport. It was expected to be a high-speed rail line, which would cost Rs 5,767 crores. It was to be executed by an independent special purpose vehicle called Bangalore Airport Rail Link Limited, or BARLL. However, it was cancelled due to high cost and viability concerns. It was then decided that the Bangalore Metro Rail Corporation Limited, or BMRCL, would construct the airport rail as a regular metro line with fewer halls. Following this, suggestions were invited from the public during September 2016 to choose one of 9 possible extension routes to the airport. These were extensions of either the existing or proposed lines to the airport. These proposed routes had an average length of 30 kilometers, and cost estimates ranged between 4,500 to 7,500 crores. BMRCL received 1,300 responses from the public, and the extension of the Pink Line from Nagwara to the Kempegowda International Airport via Kannur and Bengaluru emerged as the most popular choice. Now, this emerged as the most popular choice. However, the Bangalore International Airport Limited, or BIAL, forbade the underground construction from the southern side of the airport. Why? This was because this proposed route passed under the airport's second runway, and for safety reasons, this route was then eliminated. An alternative route was proposed where the line would proceed north till R.K. Hegde Nagar, then turn west towards Thakur, and then follow the airport road. So this line would connect places like R.K. Hegde Nagar, Thakur, Yelahanka, etc. But this route had a high pressure petroleum line passing through, and so this route was also cancelled. Finally, in Jan 2019, State Cabinet approved the change in alignment for the airport metro line. So this new route would begin at Krishnarajapura and follow the outer ring road till Hebbal, and then turn towards the airport. This would connect many important locations like Kasturi Nagara, Nagvara, Hebbal, Yelahanka, etc. This was called Phase 2B and was 38 kilometers long. It was estimated to cost around 10,584 crores. Having talked about the history of the line, let's know more details about the Blue Line. The Blue Line will run from Central Silport to Kempegowda International Airport. Even though it is a part of Phase 2, but it is divided into two sections. The section between Central Silport and Krishnarajapura is known as Phase 2A, whereas the section between Krishnarajapura and Kempegowda International Airport is known as Phase 2B. The entire line is 56 kilometers long, of which Phase 2A is 18.3 kilometers long and Phase 2B is 37.7 kilometers long. This line will have 30 stations, of which Phase 2A will have 13 stations and Phase 2B will have 17 stations. Phase 2A will run from Central Silport to Krishnarajapura and will pass by many important locations like HSR Layout, Ibalur, Marathalli, Totanikundi, etc. It will have many interchanges. At Central Silport, you will be able to interchange with the yellow line that will run from Rashtriya Vidyalaya Road to Bommasandra. At Ibalur, you will be able to interchange with the proposed Sarjapur-Hebbal corridor, and at Krishnarajapura, you will be able to interchange with the purple line that will run from Challagatta to Whitefield. The Phase 2A will be 18.3 kilometers long and will have 13 stations. Phase 2A is estimated to cost Rs 5,227.35 crores. Phase 2A is going to be entirely elevated. Phase 2B will run from Puram to Kempegowda International Airport, passing via many important locations like Nagavara, Kempapura, Hebbal, Yelahanka, Duttajala, etc. At Puram, you will be able to interchange with the purple line, which will run from Challagatta to Whitefield. At Nagvara, you will be able to interchange with the pink line that will run from Kalinagrahara to Nagvara. At Kempapura, you will be able to interchange with the orange line, which will run from JP Nagar 4th Phase to Kempapura. This is a Phase 3 proposed line. At Hebbal, you will be able to interchange with the same orange line as well as Sarjapur-Hebbal line. Now, both these lines are proposed lines, but if they are made, then Hebbal will become a triple interchange metro station. Phase 2B will be 37.7 kilometers long and it will have 17 stations. Phase 2B is estimated to cost Rs 9,616.51 crore. Although Phase 2B will be mostly elevated, it will have short underground sections. So after the Dodijala metro station, where the line will enter the airport metro campus, the line will slowly start to descend and will go underground. And the airport city metro station will be built at grade, whereas the KIAL terminals metro station will be built underground. Leaving this section, there will be two more short underground sections. So as you can see over here, the blue line will pass very close to the runway of the Chakur Aerodrome, which will hamper the operations of the Chakur Aerodrome. Therefore, a 400-meter section of the blue line will be made underground near the Chakur Aerodrome. Similarly, the blue line will pass very close to the runway of the Yelahanka Air Force Base. Therefore, a 700-meter section of the blue line will be made underground. Since these tunnels are short and they are made only to bypass the airport sections and also due to the availability of space, these lines will be made using the cut and cover method. These underground tunnels will be made using the cut and cover method. This will be a very cost-effective way of construction. Now let us talk about the stations on the blue line. So the first station on the blue line will be Central Silport. At Central Silport, you will be able to interchange with the yellow line, which will run from Rashtriya Vidyalaya Road to Bommasandra. After Central Silport, the stations will be HSR Layout, Agra, Ibalur. At Ibalur, you will be able to interchange with the proposed Sarjapur-Hebbal corridor. Then we have Belandur, Kadubisanahalli, Kodibisanahalli, Marathahalli, ISRO, Dodenikundi, DRDO Sports Complex, Saraswati Nagara, Krishnarajapura. At KRpura, you will be able to interchange with the purple line that will run from Challagatta to Whitefield. Till here, we've talked about the stations that belong to Phase 2A, that is from Central Silboard to KRpuram. After KRpura, the stations will be a part of Phase 2B. So let's talk about the stations in Phase 2B. So first of all, we have Kasturi Nagara, Puram, HRBR Layout, Kalyan Nagara, HPR Layout, Nagwara, where you will be able to interchange with the pink line which will run from Kalina Agrahara to Nagwara. Then we have Viranpalya, Kempapura. At Kempapura, you will be able to interchange with the orange line which will run from JP Nagar 4th phase to Kempapura. After Kempapura, we'll have Hebbal, where you will be able to interchange with the Sarjapur-Hebbal corridor and the orange line. Then we have Kodigehalli, Jakur Cross, Yelahanka, Bangalore Cross, Betta Halsuru, and Dodajala. Till here, the line will be elevated, leaving the Jakur Aerodrome and Yelahanka Air Force Base underground sections. After Dodajala, the line will enter the airport campus and will slowly start to descend. So the airport city metro station will be built at grade, and after that, the KIL terminals metro station will be built underground. Tenders were called in February 2018 for Phase 2A, which will run between Central Silboard and KRpuram. IL and FS emerged as the lowest bidder to construct the line. However, the company was hit by financial troubles and the tenders were quashed. The second round of tendering was done in December 2019, where the line was divided into two packages. The first package involved the construction of the viaduct between Central Silboard and Kodibisanahalli of length 9.859 kilometers. It involved the construction of 6 elevated metro stations: Central Silboard, HSR Layout, Agra, Ibalur, Belandur, and Kadubisanahalli. It also involved the construction of loops and ramps for the road flyover at Central Silboard Junction. So we'll talk about the Central Silboard Junction later in this video. And the approximate length of the roads and loops and ramps over here is 2.84 kilometers. This package also involved the construction of these loops and ramps. And this package has been awarded to Afcon's infrastructure. And now let's talk about the next package. Package 2 involves the construction of the 9.774 kilometer viaduct between Kodibisanahalli and Krishnarajapura. It involves the construction of 7 elevated metro stations: Kodibisanahalli, Marathahalli, ISRO, Dodenikundi, DRDO Sports Complex, Saraswati Nagara, and Krishnarajapura. This package also involves the construction of the 1.097 kilometer link line to the Bayyapanahalli depot and the construction of a 300 meter pocket track at Kodibisanahalli. This contract has been awarded to Shankar Narayana Constructions Private Limited, or SNC. Tenders for Phase 2B were called in July 2020. It had been divided into 3 packages. The first package involves the construction of the viaduct between Krishnarajapura and Kempapura of length 11.003 kilometers. It involves the construction of 8 metro stations, that is Kasturi Nagara, Puramavu, HRBR Layout, Kalyan Nagara, HPR Layout, Nagwara, Viranpalya, and Kempapura. It also involves the construction of a 650 meter link line to Bayyapanahalli. Package 2 involves the construction of the viaduct between Kempapura and Bangalore Cross of length 11.678 kilometers and the construction of 5 elevated metro stations: Hebbal, Kodigehalli, Jakur Cross, Yelahanka, and Bangalore Cross. It also involves the construction of a 250-meter pocket track at Yelahanka. Package 3 involves the construction of the 15.001 kilometer section between Bangalore Cross and KIAL terminals and the construction of 2 elevated metro stations, Petta Halsuru and Dodajala. It also includes the construction of the 700-meter cut and cover section in front of the Yelahanka Air Force Base, as we had discussed previously in this video. Nagarjuna Construction Company or NCC Limited has won all these 3 packages. Now NCC will construct the line all the way from Puram to Kempegowda International Airport and will construct all the metro stations from Puram to Dodajala. However, the 2 metro stations inside the airport campus, that is the airport city and KIAL terminals metro station, will be built by the Bangalore International Airport Limited or BIAL. BMRCL plans to operate driverless 6-coach trains on the Blue Line, which will be CBTC signaling enabled. But you may be thinking, what is the CBTC signaling system? CBTC stands for Communications Based Train Control Signaling System. Now this system allows a train's position to be known more accurately compared to the other systems. That helps in safer railway traffic management. CBTC has also been proven to be more energy efficient compared to the other systems. With the implementation of CBTC, different systems like automatic train protection, automatic train operation, and automatic train supervision can be enabled. Also, one of the main advantages of using CBTC is that CBTC can increase the frequency of trains up to 2 minutes. That means we'll only have to wait for 2 minutes for another train to come. Let us compare the systems and frequency of trains in the older Phase 1 lines and the newer lines. The Phase 1 lines, that is the green and purple lines, have a frequency of 4 minutes during peak hours and 10 minutes during non-peak hours. However, the newer lines that belong to Phase 2, 2A and 2B, these include the yellow, pink and blue lines, will have a frequency of just 2 minutes. Yes, you heard that right, 2 minutes. Now this can be reduced to 90 seconds with other improvements. Now even though the speed and frequency of trains depends on various factors like the sharp curves, the gradients, etc. However, the frequency mainly depends on the signaling system. So let's compare the systems that are used. The green and purple lines use a system known as the distance to go signaling system or DTG. However, the newer lines will use the CBTC signaling system. So this was about the system that will be used in the Blue Line trains. Now talking about the number of trains that BMRCL plans to operate on the Blue Line, BMRCL plans to use 37 6-coach trains or 222 coaches for the Blue Line. These 222 coaches are a part of the 318 coach contract that BMRCL had floated in September 2022. Of these 318 coaches, 96 coaches are a part of the Pink Line, which will form 16 6-car train sets. 96 coach train sets, which will form 16 6-car train sets, will be a part of Phase 2A, and 126 coaches forming 21 6-car train sets will be for Phase 2B of the Blue Line. As we can see, a total of 222 coaches are for the Blue Line, which will form 37 6-coach train sets. This contract is being funded by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, with whom the Government of India signed a Rs 3,717 crore loan agreement. 4 firms, Alstom, BEML, CAF and Titagarh Wagons, have shown interest to supply 318 metro coaches. In some months, we'll get to see who is awarded this contract. The Blue Line will have 2 depots. First one, the Bayyapannahalli depot, and the second, the Dodajala depot. Let us first talk about the Bayyapanahalli depot. The Bayyapanahalli depot is an operational depot that currently serves the Purple Line. This was originally built by URC Constructions Private Limited in Phase 1. In a few years, the Bayyapanahalli depot will no longer serve the Purple Line, but will be remodeled to serve the Blue Line. As we've discussed previously in this video, the Purple Line uses the Distance to Go Signaling System or DTG. However, the Blue Line uses the CBTC signaling system or the Communications Based Train Control Signaling System. So to serve the Blue Line, this depot will have to be completely remodeled. Currently, the Bayyapanahalli depot consists of 16 stabling bay lines. The remodeling involves increasing the stabling capacity of the depot from 16 to 42 stabling bay lines. And this will be done by constructing 2 levels. There is the possibility that the depot will have an underground level. And if this is true, then Bayyapanahalli depot will be India's first underground depot. Well, the remodeling will be done in a phased manner such that the Purple Line isn't affected. But once arrangements are made for the Purple Line, the Bayyapanahalli depot will serve the Blue Line only. Now, talking about the Purple Line, the under construction Challagatta depot and the Kadugodi depot will serve the Purple Line after the Bayyapanahalli depot is converted to the CBTC signaling system depot that will serve the Blue Line. Now let us talk about the second depot of the Blue Line, that is the Dodajala depot. This depot will be built on the southern side of the airport trumpet next to the Dodajala metro station. It will be built on a 23-acre land and will be known as the Dodajala or Shettigere depot. Both depots together will house 222 coaches or 37 6-car train sets. The joint venture between J. Kumar Infra Projects and EIC Infrastructures Private Limited have won both these contracts. They will remodel the Bayyapanahalli depot as well as construct the Dodajala depot. This contract is being financed by the Asian Development Bank, which approved a $500 million US dollar loan. Although there are many important junctions on the Blue Line, in this video we will talk about 2 of them. One, the Central Silport Junction, and second, the Hebbal Junction. Let us first talk about the Central Silport Junction. Central Silport is very infamous for its traffic. In fact, during peak hours, the average speed of a vehicle at Central Silport is just 4.5 kmph. Central Silport is also in the top 2 most polluted places in Bengaluru. As per a report by Ola Cabs, Silport has found its name among the top 7 worst traffic spots in the country. Well, the good news is that Silport will be a massive interchange metro station between the Yellow Line or Line 3 and the Blue Line, Line 5. Not only the metro. If you watched my video on the Yellow Line of Namma Metro, then you would know that for the construction of the Yellow Line, the Jayadeva flyover had to be demolished. As a result, BMRCL is constructing a road-cum-rail flyover between Ragigutta and Central Silk Board, where the flyover is at the first level and the Yellow Line at the second level. This also means that Central Silk Board will have the entry and exits for this flyover. So how will Central Silk Board look after the construction of the flyover and both the metro lines? What is the multimodal integration plan of Central Silk Board? This is a 3D model of the multimodal integration plan at Central Silk Board. Let's try to understand the structure with the help of a diagram. So let us first make the roads. Over here, these are the roads of Central Silk Board, where the north is towards Madiwala, east is towards HSR layout, south is towards Electronic City, and west is towards BTM layout. Having understood the roads, now let us mark the flyover that will run between Hostel Road and Madiwala. So here is the Ragigutta Central Silk Board under construction flyover, which ends at Silk Board. From the flyover, one will be able to exit towards the HSR layout side or Electronic City side, and one will be able to enter the flyover from the HSR layout side. The blue line will start from the northeast quadrant of Central Silk Road and then will eventually follow the median of the outer ring road. The station will also be built on the northeast side of Central Silk Road. Talking about the yellow line that will come from the south and then go above the Ragigudda Central Silk Road under construction flyover and will follow its median. And the station will also be built above it. Now talking about both the stations are 300 meters away, which is not at all ideal for an interchange metro station. That is why BMRCL plans to link both the stations with a footover bridge, and there are plans to install travelators on the bridge for passenger comfort. Hebbal is another junction infamous for its traffic. Well, the good news is that 3 metro lines will come up at Hebbal. Yes, you heard that right. 3 metro lines will come up at Hebbal. These 3 metro lines include the Central Silk Road to Kempegowda International Airport Blue Line, the JP Nagar 4th Phase Kempapura Orange Line, and the Sarjapur Hebbal Line. All these 3 lines will interchange at Hebbal. Not only that, but the Malike line of the suburban railway project will also have a station at Hebbal. So Hebbal is all set to become a multimodal integration hub. Of the 3 metro lines, the orange and blue lines will be elevated, whereas the Sarjapur Hebbal line will be underground. The government has asked RITES, the Rail India Technical and Economic Service, to make a report on the capacity augmentation of road and rail infrastructure at Hebbal Junction. Basically, this report will include how to increase the capacity of Hebbal Junction and what the multimodal integration plan is. So as per this report, here is an image of the multimodal integration plan at Hebbal Junction. You can pause this video and have a look at it. Now, one thing to note is that this report doesn't include the Sarjapur Hebbal corridor since it wasn't proposed at that time. However, one can get a rough idea by looking at this image of how Hebbal Junction will look in the future. The blue line is being built by U-Girders. This is the first time that U-Girders are being used for metro construction in Bangalore. But what are U-Girders? U-Girders are pre-cast and pre-tension structures used for construction. The phase 1 and phase 2 lines, that is the green, purple, yellow and pink lines, they use the box girders for the construction of the lines. Now you may wonder, what are the advantages of U-Girders over box girders? The main advantage is the speed of construction increases when U-Girders are used. Let us understand the differences between U-Girders and box girders in this short table. So while the main difference is in the speed of erection, while U-Girders can be erected overnight, box girders take 5 to 6 days to be erected. U-Girders can be directly assembled on site and this can be done overnight. However, in box girders, each segment has to be joined and then they have to be erected. So this takes much more time than erection of U-Girders. One more difference is in the length. While U-Girders are 22 meters to 27 meters long, box girders are just 2.2 to 2.5 meters long. And there are few more advantages of U-Girders. The use of U-Girders lowers the construction cost. It requires lesser machines to be erected and the track laying can be done immediately on U-Girders. These are a few advantages of using U-Girders. For the Blue Line Metro, the union and state governments will contribute Rs 3,973 crores. The land acquisition costs, that are, is Rs 2,762 crores, will be funded by the government of Karnataka. BMRCL has entered into a loan agreement with the Japan International Cooperation Agency or JICA for $318 million US, which is Rs 2,317 crores. BMRCL has raised $500 million from the Asian Development Bank, which is Rs 3,643 crores. Thus, the financial arrangements have been made for Phase 2A and Phase 2B of the Blue Line, and the entire line is expected to cost around 14,000 crores. Now, to understand the progress, let us see when the construction of the Blue Line began. The construction of Phase 2A began in August 2021. The construction of Phase 2B began in February 2022. And as of December 2022, work on the line is 22% complete. Let us talk about some of the important dates in the Bangalore Metro's Blue Line network. So in May 2022, the first U-Girder was launched by SNC or Shankar Narayana Constructions in Mahadevapura region. This was the first U-Girder of the Blue Line. Then in April 2023, the first U-Girder of Phase 2B was launched. This was launched by NCC or Nagarjuna Construction Company near Chikkajala as part of Package 3. Then in May, the first U-Girder of Package 2 was launched by NCC near Bangalore Cross. In the same month, SNC launched the 100th U-Girder span of the Blue Line. So these are some of the key dates for the progress in the construction of the Blue Line. But now you may be wondering, when will this line open? Now different resources show different dates, but as per many trusted sources like the Times of India, Deccan Herald, etc., the opening is said to be in June 2026. So in roughly 3 years time from now, this entire line should open. Thanks for watching the entire video till here. Hope you liked this video. Please subscribe, like, share and comment as to how you found this video. Which video do you want next? Comment below. Thank you very much.